It's the start of the softball postseason here in Northern California as we welcome you to the Stanford Regional. Game 1, Cal State Fullerton champions out of the Big West, and Mississippi State returning to the postseason, tied for 6th in the SEC this year.
Fun tearing your ACL. She goes, no, really, I've been able to kind of relearn myself.
She takes that, lifts it out toward right field as Paige Cook adjusts and makes the catch to retire Delgadillo, who started the day hitting .420.
Aspen Wesley is going to get a lot of balls up in the air because of her spin and the spin rate.
And then smacks that out toward left field. Briley St. Clair drifts over to the alleyway. 2 up and 2 down on balls to the corner outfield. 2 up and 2 down for Wesley. And Ramirez loops that out to short. And Edwards throw on to first. Ramirez is safe over at first. Throw down to second on the swing and a miss. And that's an easy out there as Hawkins glides over and applies the tag. And the inning is over. State Fullerton held off the board. Mississippi State coming to the plate here in Game 1 of the Stanford Regional.
See what you can get away with. Not called a strike there, but it's a good pitcher's pitch.
Flare down the left field line. It's Wallace on the run. And she lays out to make the grab. Beautiful catch there from Bailey Wallace. Cook skies that left center field. Delgadillo makes the call in the catch. And there are 2 away.
Scouting report. We do not want to let this hitter beat us.
And Rainey gets a chopper right back to the circle, takes care of business. 1, 2, 3.
Or is it going to be the rise ball?
So 3 and 2 to the leading home run hitter for Cal State Fullerton, and it's up and away, ball 4. Second base runner of the game, it's Becerra over to first. Wesley ahead 0-2. And it's looped out, shallow right field. Cook on the run makes the catch. Keeping a close eye on Becerra as she holds over at first with 1 down. Haven't been to the World Series 6 times. Hit hard through the right side. That's a base hit. Well played there by Becerra. Of course, your instinct is to take off, but the ball hit right at her. She pauses and resumes the sprint to second. First and second for the... Wesley gets the high pop. Wesolowski is called off by Barbary at third base to make the grab for the second out of the inning. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And Wesley picks up her first strikeout, strands a pair.
Proving us right, that's what she keeps saying, and that's kind of the mantra throughout the dugout. Prove ourselves right, know what we have in the dugout, and more so, know about the work that we've put in. We're very motivated after not.
For that ball club, they won 2-1 over Utah. Bunt is down, fair up the line, Barbary's bunt results in an out over at first base as Wallace takes second on the sacrifice.
Set up a single, you're gonna do it.
Ball is loose. Alcala sticks it in her pocket. And Wallace now 60 feet away from home over at third. Chopper, shortstop. Toto's got it, throws home, and it's a rundown. Wallace retreating to third. The throw, she is out at third, and now they've got Wesolowski caught up, but they didn't have anybody to cover first. A dive! Oh, and it's an out over at first base. What an unconventional and spectacular double play.
I don't know how we're gonna score that in the scorebook, but my goodness, this is how you pick your pitcher up. Rainey in the circle, she throws a lot of ground balls, so this is a defense that's very comfortable with this situation, and I'm not sure Mississippi State should be going on this with only 1 runner on the base pass at third base. You get the 1 out at third, and then there's another pickle going on at first. Laying it all out, Colby McClinton. A huge double play early in this game for Cal State Fullerton. If that doesn't fire you up in this tournament, I don't know what. First and second, but maybe not back-to-back pickles like that.
Barbary handles that over at third base to retire Verhoff.
I also don't know if I've said pickles that many times in a sentence, so.
Chip,
oh, yeah.
room temperature
Yep.
up.
On the shelf.
I blew it. Second straight ground ball, and they've taken the two biggest speed threats and sent them back to the third base dugout. Verhoff back to the top with Delgadillo, who's now
Definitely making adjustments with their bat angle, trying to work down in the ground.
That's a gapper right center field for Bailey Wallace. It rolls all the way to the wall, and she is into second base with a slide, a two-out double, and a runner in scoring position for the second straight inning for the Titans. And it's off the hands of Flair right to Edwards, and that ends the inning. So a four-batter frame for Aspen Wesley. We are scoreless here at Stanford.
You know, Coach Juarez, their hitting coach, bringing their daughter Emma around the practice and hanging out yesterday, watching her breastfeed while give hitting instruction to her team. And it was such an iconic moment for me. I feel like to do it as well of her from her position. So yeah, it's just a little bit extra magic, I feel like, when you bring that alum and the veteranship and the memories and then like fire your team up. This is what I learned.
That was a special team led by the powerful bat of Mia Davidson, one of the best home run hitters in the history of the sport. Chopper over the circle, and the throw on to first is a dart. 1, 2, 3.
Tara Mowat taking Arizona all the way to the Women's College World Series for national championship. And you want to talk about pitching complete games, she knows a thing or two about it. She hasn't needed it.
That's off the hands, straight into Edwards' glove. That's the type of ball you expect with that trajectory off the bat.
Yeah, that's
you feel like it's gonna. 1 and 2 with Wesley looking for a 1, 2, 3 inning. Out to right center field, long run, a dive that gets past Sacco. And nice job there from Paige Cook to back that up, because if that gets through, that's extra bases. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And a hardliner past Barbary at third base over to St. Clair and left. Back-to-back 2-out base hits here. Offense getting going with the bottom half of the lineup. Cal State Fullerton 6 and 6. Third time on a 3-2, popped up. Wesolowski sheds the mask and makes the catch, and the inning is over. A long battle against Jessica Alcala, and Wesley wins it. Strands, second-year transfer from Idaho State, where she started out 2022 as the Big Sky Freshman of the Year. And Mississippi State, its first base hit, comes here bottom 4, Sierra Sacco.
Base.
2 and 2 for one of their more clutch hitters, Paige Cook. And this is playable in foul territory. 1 down. Rainey, Sacco at first. And that's lifted out toward left. Wallace is on the run, reaches up, makes the catch. And they've got a chance to double up over at first, but no throw over that way. Not necessarily a Rembrandt of a route taken by Wallace out in left, but. And Rainey, the junior, in the circle. Liner right field. Verhoff, it's Beyer, and she falls to the ground. Sacco with plenty of speed comes around third, and she scores the game's first run. 1-0 Mississippi State in the fourth.
Well, that's as clutch as it gets with 2 strikes. It's another senior in Fa'apito. That ball is in the other batter's box, and she's all over it. The extension, she's tall, has long levers, and hits this ball on the screws. And you could see where Kate Verhoff was playing pretty shallow, respecting the power of Fa'apito. I think she could have been a couple more steps back to keep that ball in front of her. I love.
Barbary right into the dirt, and the inning is over. But it's the Bulldogs, who were hitless until this 4th inning, who get on the board first. And she's stranded 5 on the base pass through 4. One down. So back to the top of the lineup. And it's a bloop to Hawkins, and Delgadillo is 0 for 3. How about the day she comes back, though? It's the conditioning test, mile run, shuttles, and 150 burpees.
From winter break, and you're like, you better be in shape because we're about to run.
What? I just spent 3 days eating on the couch. Over to third and a very quick fifth. Wesolowski, rocket right center field. And Delgadillo tracks that down in the alleyway to retire the catcher. The plate. Edwards pounds that, a couple of hops, and McClinton turns it into out number 2.
Now batting for Mississippi State.
Afraid to go inside. If you're not going to get the call on the outside part of the plate, work inside.
How many games have you seen where pitchers don't get that call and just keep throwing there?
Yep.
She makes the adjustment and turns it into a 1-2-3 inning. On to the 6th, and the Titans will have 3 scores from around the country before we got started here today, because we got a lot of time to wait and see. Kika Ramirez re-enters the game and is retired on the ground out. SEC Pitcher of the Year Carlin Pickens today had her 8th game with into the hole and off of Barbary's glove. And Becerra safe over at first base, giving the Titans some life here in the 6th.
Allowing Cal State Fullerton to have an opportunity. Pass the bat. Peyton Toto at the plate, a senior.
And runners at first and second, the tying run in scoring position. Perhaps the most successful offensive day of either roster. 2 for 2, a couple of base hits. Goes after the first pitch, right to Sacco for the second out.
She was aggressive in her first at-bat in the second.
The Mississippi State dugout. She's ahead 0-2 here with runners at first and second, and gets a fly ball right field and playable. Cook snares it, inning over. Cal State Fullerton 0 for 6 with runners in scoring position. The Titans. So absolutely a credit to Rainey and this Cal State Fullerton defense that have held the Bulldogs. And a beautiful called third strike. She comes back inside and gets Blaine looking.
And so come on, enjoy the ride. We're going back to the NCAA tournament.
Back-to-back called third strikes from Rainey.
Breaks. Gotta find a way to just foul this off.
Paige Cook goes after the first pitch, pops it out. And Jasmine Williams, who came on in this inning to play short, makes the grab, and the inning is over. 1, 2, 3. It's 7 in a row retired by Rainey, keeping her team in it.
For the winner's bracket in Saturday, and that era is pretty much over.
Well, that's what Missouri did. They threw Sierra Harrison, who's their number 2 pitcher behind Lauren Krings. Strike 3 called. The pitchers have elevated their game here. 2 with 1 out. And instead of third, she rolls it over to first. And the Titans have 1 out to work with. But they've got a veteran at the plate, Megan Delgadillo, 0 for 3 today. Can spark a rally here in this. That's out to short. It's speed up the line. She is safe. That ball is dead into the dugout. So Delgadillo is into second. Bulldogs' favor. The pitch to Wallace. And the ball game is over. Complete game shutout for Aspen Wesley. She got into trouble, she got out of trouble. She stranded 8 base runners throughout the course of the game. And for all that Cal State Fullerton did, runners on base.
4 on the day, scattering the 6 hits, but it's just limiting the big inning. That's what it's all about at this point in the season. It's a huge performance from the senior in the circle.
1-0 win for Mississippi State. When we return, we'll chat with Aspen Wesley about her victorious performance with a complete game shutout in the circle.